If there are 5 foolish people around you, you did not count well. There are 6. Hi, and welcome to my personal space, aka my channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about money. Ego, dollars, euros, pounds, anything you know it as, we're going to be talking about money. Specifically, we're going to be talking about financial mistakes that people make in their day-to-day life that has a significant impact on their money or their financial well-being. Now, why do I think this is an important topic for us to talk about? I think money is power. It doesn't matter how you want to spin it, how you want to cut it. Money is power. Now, some people use the power for bad. Some people can use the power for good. Personally, the reason why I think that power is important is because it gives you power and control over your own personal life. When you have money, you have freedom. That's what I think. You have freedom to choose the kind of life you want to live. You have the freedom to do what you want when you want. You have the freedom to choose the kind of people you let into your life, to choose the kind of job you stick with. You basically have the freedom to live your life how you want to live your life. And ultimately, that's what I aspire to. And I think a lot of people aspire to that. And money is a very, 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 very important tool when it comes to getting freedom over your life. So obviously, if money is power and it gives you the freedom of choice over your life, you have to understand how it works. You have to understand how to make it work for you. You have to understand how to make it, how to save it, how to invest it, how to multiply it, and how to not waste it. And that's why video we're going to be talking about 4 mistakes that people make that they might not really think is directly correlated to their financial well-being, but it is. So let's get into it. Now, the number 1 mistake we're going to be talking about today is how you treat your body. You ever heard of the saying, health is wealth? Yeah, there's a reason for that. Good health is probably the biggest wealth anybody can have. Even if you have all the money in the world, if you're sick, you can't use it, you can't enjoy it, or you're going to be using it to try to treat yourself back to health. Because ultimately, if you don't have good health, you don't have freedom. Sometimes you don't even have the freedom to move from point A to point B because you can't move, you can't walk. That's how significant good health is for us. And I think we don't really think about this. We treat our bodies really, really poorly. Sometimes not intentionally, we just don't know, right? But everything that we do to our bodies now has a direct impact on not just our physical health, but our financial health as well. If you treat your body poorly today, your future self will pay for it. If you treat your body good today, your future self will pay for it. That's why you see some people who are in their 60s and they're agile and they're strong and they're doing good. And you see some people who are in their 30s and they can't even move. The knees are not working. Maybe this is shit to myself, but so, what you put into your body, the foods that you eat, moving around, exercising, even like mentally, emotionally, how you treat your body, all those things. There are 2 books I would really recommend. When it comes to the foods that you put in your body, I'll recommend a book by, I think his name is Dr. Gerber. It's called How Not to Die. And that book talks about the average American diet and how bad it is for our health and how directly correlated it is to a lot of the illnesses and diseases that people have. Diabetes, cancer, high blood pressure. So listen, I don't think you really grasp how important putting good food into your body is until you've actually tried it. I used to be a junk food girly, but then why am I in my 20s I'm tired all the time? It's because what I'm putting into my body, not good. And I remember after reading that book, I tried like whole foods, kind of vegetarian. I didn't even eat meat or chicken for a while. The way my physical health transformed, I can't even explain it to you. I had insomnia for years. I had insomnia since I think 2016, like really bad insomnia. And I tried everything. Nothing worked. I started sleeping well. I started feeling better. I started feeling stronger. I wasn't like just unnecessarily tired all the time. Now I still struggle sometimes because it's not like I'm still working on always eating well and always eating all the nutrients that my body needs. But it's such a drastic change that you would see in your physical health when you just start eating better. And just eat whole foods. Eat foods that have nutrients that your body needs. When it comes to exercising, you don't have to go to a gym. Just move your body. You just need to move your body. Go for walks. Look for hobbies that let you move, where you're not just sitting down all day. For example, like I said, I learned how to swim because that was one thing that would force me to go out and move my body. Literally yesterday, I tried skiing for the first time, and I realized that there are body parts that have not been used in a long time. But it's things like that, be active. You don't have to go and spend hours and hours in the gym. I think maybe even 30 minutes, 45 minutes of physical activity every day is enough. The last thing when it comes to your body are like emotional and psychological factors. I personally think that like your overall health well-being is a combination or like an intersectionality of your physical health, mental health, psychological health, emotional health, all those things. If you read the book When the Body Says No, The Hidden Cost of Stress, that book talks about basically how stress, emotional stress, psychological stress affects our physical health. Some of the subjects that were in the book, like they had like terminal illnesses like cancer and things like that, and when they traced back all the stressors that they had in their lives, a lot of emotional psychological stress that were not addressed, that were not taken care of, that maybe were not even really seriously thought about. So these are the three things I would say, like if you want to, get into taking your physical health seriously: what you eat, how you move your body, and your emotional and your mental stress. Also sleep. I'm reading this book called, the book is called Why We Sleep, Unlocking the Power of Sleep and Dreams by Matthew Walker. If you're one of those people that's always bragging about, I'll sleep when I'm dead, blah, 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 there is nothing to be proud about not getting enough sleep. The organs in your body need rest. Your brain needs rest. Your digestive organs, they need rest. Everything needs rest, and you get rest when you sleep. All of these things are things that you should really, really like take seriously. And it's not always easy, but you have to. Your future self will thank you for it. That you don't want to be old and you can't move. Also, if you're getting sick, and especially when you're getting sick for things that you could have avoided in the future, it's kind of sad, because then, you're spending all this money on hospital bills. That's money that you can be investing, saving, or even just using to enjoy your life. If, for example, you were sick and you needed your health insurance, your employer's health insurance, to be able to treat your sickness. Now you're stuck with that employer. There goes your freedom, right? There goes your power and your agency. Because you think, I can leave this job whenever I want, but can you? Can you? When your life depends on the benefits that they're giving you? Prioritize treating your body well. Treat your body like somebody that you love. Okay? The number 2 mistake that people make that directly impact their financial well-being is who they spend their time with. There's this very popular video that was going around the TikTok or Instagram.
If there are 5 foolish people around you, you did not count well. There are 6. And if there are 5 wise people around you, you did not count well. There are 6. Because you will always be a reflection of the people and the company that you keep around you.
We somehow become like a accumulation of the people that we spend our time with. We consciously and unconsciously, we pick up things from them, right? So whatever they're doing, you might want to be doing too. If they have good habits, you probably pick up good habits. If they have bad habits, you probably pick up bad habits too. And the crazy thing is, it's actually easier to pick up bad habits than it is to pick up good habits. Now, I'm not saying that you should only hang out with people who are doing better than you, because there are people who have that mentality that they only hang out with people who are doing better than them. If that's the case, then those people who are doing better than you will not want to hang out with you, right? So that's not what I'm trying to say. My point is, you have to hang out with people who have good habits, people who, when you are around them, they're good for you, they're good for your body, they're good for your mind, they're good for your soul. Whether it's just that when you hang out around them, you have fun. Like, know that TikTok sound, oh, I wasn't sad, I just hadn't XXX. Like for me, it's kind of like, oh, I wasn't sad, I just hadn't hung out with my friends in a while. Because when you do that, you just feel, well, at least for me, I do that, I feel rejuvenated, I feel better, I feel excited. And that's part of like the whole mental, emotional well-being thing. So yes, be very, very intentional about the people that you spend your time with, because you know what they say, time is money. Time is money. Now, number 3 mistake is how you spend your free time. What are you doing? You know, when our African parents are saying you're always on that phone, they might have a point. Because what are you doing on the phone? If you're doing things that are good for you, if you're doing things that are improving you in some way, shape, or form, then sure. But if you're just like endlessly scrolling on things, if you're watching things that make you feel worse about yourself, if you're listening to things that just don't have any kind of positive effect on you, on your mind, on your body, on your soul, what are you doing? Stop. A lot of people have dreams, they have these big dreams, they have these things that they want to achieve, they have all these things, but like, how are you spending your time? In what ways are you spending your time actively trying to reach all these things? It's not enough for you to sit down and make a planner and plan it. It's not enough for you to have all these big dreams. It's not enough for you to save those Instagram posts that you will go back to. It's not enough for you to share those inspirational quotes. That's not it. You have to do. It's not enough to be a dreamer. You have to be a doer. You know, there's a very popular quote that the pain of regret is worse than the pain of discipline. You have to want something bad enough that you are willing to endure the pain of discipline. That when you say, I'm going to wake up at 6 a.m. and I'm going to go to the gym, that you actually wake up at 6 a.m. and go to the gym. Oh, and one thing I want to mention, the more you keep on top of your things, like if you say I want to go to the gym at 6 and you actually go to the gym at 6, the next day when you wake up and you're really, really tired and you're like, oh, I don't even think my body can move, you're going to remember that yesterday when you thought your body couldn't move, it moved and you did it. So you're going to get up and you're going to go to the gym. Now, it does take consistent discipline every day, every single day. And I know, trust me, I'm just a girl. It's stressful. But that's the only way. That's the only way. So yes, remember, the pain of regret is worse than the pain of discipline. If you're not doing things that are pushing you towards, this life of financial freedom that you want, you're wasting your time. And you're wasting your coins as well. Now, the final mistake I'm going to touch on today is who you marry, who you partner up with, who you have children with. Listen, I think the older I get and the more experiences that I have, the more things that I see around me, the more I realize you actually cannot afford to partner up your life with somebody who doesn't have the same values as you. I think the choice of your partner is the most important choice you can ever make in your life. And the reason why is because I think the person that you choose to partner up with has the most direct and the most significant impact on your life, like every aspect of your life, not just with your finances, even your physical health, your mental health, your emotional health, your everything. So even if you're good, you're doing everything, you're taking care of your body, you're spending your time well, you're hanging out, you have good friends, you have everything, you have people who mentor you, people that you learn from. If you are partnered up with somebody who is not on the same wavelength as you, there is no way they will not drag you down in one way, shape, or form. Say, for example, health-wise, right? You're doing very well, you're taking care of yourself, everything, and you partner up with somebody who's not. Now, when they get sick because they didn't take care of their body, one, you probably have to take care of them. Two, the money that you're spending on bills and hospital bills and treatments and all those things, it's not just their money. It's your money as well. Sometimes you might even have to be the one making the money. Now, when you're supposed to be sending you and your children and your family is supposed to be going for family vacation, you're using it to buy medication. And if you're with somebody who is financially irresponsible, for example, you on your own, you find ways to make money, you find ways to invest your money, you find ways to save money, you find ways to just do good things with your money. And then you marry or you partner up with somebody who's the opposite. They'll drag you down. Especially if you're legally bound to this person. Because now the time that even you're supposed to be spending thinking of creative ways to, enhance your financial well-being, you're going to be using that time to fix whatever mess that they've made, because I guarantee you they're going to make a mess. They're going to make little messes, they're going to make big messes. And this also directly goes back to the point of who you spend your time with. Most people spend most of their time with their partners. Even if you're not kicking, talking all the time, that's who you're living with. You're feeling their energy almost 24/7. You're seeing them almost 24/7. If you have children with that's even the worst. Having children with somebody that's financially irresponsible, you will cry. You will cry hot tears. I know that sometimes we have these timelines that we've set for ourselves in terms of, when we want to have a partner and all those things. But I think you should also be thinking of the quality of the life you're going to have when you do settle down eventually. Unless you don't really care, unless maybe having a partner is more important to you than having a fulfilling life, then sure. But if having a fulfilling life, having a peaceful life, having a life where you're flourishing financially, you cannot afford to not think about these things. Because choosing the wrong partner can not only ruin your financial life, it can ruin your entire life. I'm not where I want to be financially, but I've made good progress. And the more progress I make, the more I realize that the life that you really want is on the other side of financial freedom. So yeah, those are the 4 things that we're going to be talking about. What are some other common mistakes or money mistakes you think that people make that maybe they don't really think about? If there's anything that's related to what we talked about today, or even anything else in general that you'd like me to talk about or to touch on, please let me know in the comment section below, and I will be very, very happy because I have things to say. I can yap and yap and yap. Yeah, thank you for watching this video. I hope you're able to learn a thing or two from it, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.